animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, A. Castillo.
Okay, I'm going to turn you on.
This is 2 Men On,
Mike's hot.
Lee and Fred Slow.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means Steve Palmisano survived his birthday. Let's go.
Yes. Barely.
Steven, how was it?
Oh, I don't know. 4 days of bliss.
I tried to
Nice.
I tried to investigate your party a little bit, but Larry Barker beat me there.
Uh-huh.
Is it true that Larry
Were you
Barker
invited?
Is it? No, I was invited for. I have the email decline in my sent box. Is it true that you have a key to Larry Barker's investigative wing of KOB? Wait, what channel is he
Yes,
at?
I do.
Is
At
he at-
KOB,
is he
I
at
do
KOB?
have that one.
What's he? Where is he at? KRQE? Where is he at?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Your best friend,
I-
your best friend, Larry Barker, was at your birthday party.
Who said
Hasn't
that?
Larry Barker's worked at every station, right? Because he gets bored and starts investigating the station.
Yeah, that's what he does. You know, he's from St. Louis.
Is he really?
Yeah,
He's a huge Cardinal fan.
yeah. Oh,
I heard allegedly.
Well, he's a good-sized Cardinals
yeah.
fan.
He's Barker sized.
normal size.
Yeah,
I actually am a good friend to Steve, and I went to his birthday
the
party,
price is wrong.
and I got to
Larry.
hang out with Larry Barker,
Yeah.
and he was lovely.
He is lovely.
So
We got to make a bunch of small talk.
Yeah.
He asked me a bunch of questions
Did he mic you up?
about me and my life, and there was a piece of me that just felt obligated to lie to Larry
Why?
Barker.
You got to
Like
always tell him the
even
truth.
though I've done nothing wrong whatsoever,
You just
I was like, is he on to me
Yeah.
for something that I don't
No.
know I did yet?
You had to go all state senator on him.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Tiff money's at.
Fan, quit pleading the fifth in normal conversation.
Did he introduce himself as Larry Barker, or did he know that you freaking knew?
Oh, of course I
introduced
knew.
him.
Yeah.
I said, Larry, do you know Van?
He
like,
goes,
I don't think I
Van
do."
Tate's here? That son of a gun.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one?
Let's go.
Damn it.
The famous one.
I have a shirt that says, "Don't make me tell Larry Barker."
Oh, that's
Is
fantastic.
that, did you make it?
No, it's
He
good.
made it and he gave it to you.
Also, I'd love one.
Picked it up at the station.
When I was growing up, I used to hoop, and I'm like a big, tall, white guy. And I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, just like Larry Barker. And there was this basketball player, Larry Bird. You may have heard of him. So all white guys that play basketball were referred to as Larry. That was a thing. So whenever Chipper Jones would come to the Cardinals, he played third base for the Braves. His name was Chipper. His shoot name is Larry, like his
Mhm.
Christian name, his birth name, his social security name was Larry. So Busch Stadium fan base would go, Larry. So,
Larry.
so when I would play basketball, all the brothers would go, Larry. But now I almost wonder if Larry Barker was there the whole time.
That could have been. Investigating that gym.
What what was going on at your birthday party that Larry Barker felt like he had to come and tell Albuquerque how their money was being spent?
I don't think he did that.
Oh,
So there was nothing going on.
He's already gotten to the bottom of everything that was going on
Yeah.
in that room.
hey, coincidentally, he's at your party and some guy crawls naked to the top of the transformer
Right.
at Lomas and Third, and that's it. Lomas and Fourth.
Lomas and Fourth.
Yeah.
Right in front of our friends at Sunwest Silver.
Friend of the show, Sunwest
Yeah.
Silver. And is it true that never would have happened if Larry Barker wasn't at your party?
Most likely.
What, did he retire and
is-
start doing security? You have to have an
Yeah.
event for him to investigate. He doesn't
No.
pre-investigate things.
Oh,
He's not in Minority Report.
he's done
No,
it for so
that's so
long that
funny.
he's just become one of those
Deep
like
cut right there.
prevention, Larry.
The caller ID rings at any business in town, and it says Larry Barker. They go, shut the doors. We're not. It's not today.
We're not open.
Larry Barker's just become La Llorona for adults.
He's the snitch witch. Oh,
But he's a blast at parties.
He's a legit lovely dude.
That's one thing a lot of people don't know about him.
oh man, I can't deal with your love of Larry Barker. So you guys like shoot friends, huh?
I used to work at Channel 7.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
And
I heard
and
he-
had the honor of going out on a couple shoots with him. It was those will always stick with me.
Yeah, I imagine they would.
Yes.
I've never seen anyone as crudely or as poorly edit an investigative piece into something so entertaining. Like the amount of just like word art that he uses, the amount of like stock what's another what clip art?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Yeah.
He learned PowerPoint in 1994,
Correct.
and he's like, "This is perfect.
Yeah,
this will never be
He's
topped."
like, we are at the pinnacle of news reporting. My favorite one he uses all the time is the money that has wings on it, and it's just flying away.
Yeah.
And you're like, where is your money going?
Oh my God! Let's follow the money.
He's the best. Oh, gosh. So it was a good birthday, Steve? Is that what you're saying?
He brought all his Emmys with him.
Of course. And he carries around the way that the guy fan, what's the name of that guy you love from Blues Traveler?
Are you referring to John Hopper?
Yeah, the way John Hopper
Okay.
carries harmonicas around, he just shows
Yeah.
up with his Emmys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. So what, you turned 40?
Yeah. Why are you coughing? What does Sandia Slammers mean?
Thank
on
you
your
for
shirt.
asking. So I'm wearing a Sandia Slammer shirt. I went to Albuquerque Roller Derby
Is
last
that like a Pogs group? You just play Pogs with your friends?
for keeps. Play for keeps, brother. So I went to Albuquerque Roller Derby. It's the best damn thing of all damn time. So I went out there 2 weekends ago and saw the Bosque Brawlers take on the Sandia Slammers, and just like and also it's not like gimmicky like roller derby the way you historically, at least I thought roller derby was. You know,
Uh-huh.
I thought it was like pro wrestling. I thought it was like you go to wrestling or you go to roller derby and you're looking for spots. You know, like someone's gonna have a hula hoop or someone's gonna whatever. And it wasn't bank tracked. It was like flat track.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it was just, and it was like a legitimate sport.
Is that at Wells Park?
I believe there's a practice thing they do there, and also I'm not an authority of this. We will have someone on, like eventually we will have someone on, but they were playing over at the State Fair. They were playing over at the Expo.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so they were in Lujan B or whatever it is over there, and it was super cool. Like it was the most fun I ever had watching them, because they don't use any pronouns that we are familiar with. So that was the thing they said.
You got to learn some new stuff.
Yeah, they said that to me
That's
right
exciting.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
the second I walked in, they were like, "Hey, just to be really clear, they, them, unless specifically told otherwise." And I said, "I will do my best. I cannot make promises. I'm from the Midwest, and if I do make a mistake, I will apologize and try again."
Also, how about I call you by your name?
That is the one I do.
Can we do that?
Yeah. I was hitting them with a lot of friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good job, friend. Because I wanted to be inclusive.
Awesome. They didn't introduce themselves as, "Hey, I'm."
So they even though it's a legitimate sport, they still have gimmick names.
Oh,
yeah. So one was like there was like Shimmy Hoffa, and there was like Mandy Mounds or whatever, and you can imagine what they looked like. But it was
the one with the dyed shaved head was the Wheel Slim Shady.
Today's I-9 varsity of possible roller derby names for
fantastic.
each other. Today's I-9 varsity. I'm pulling out my notebook here.
All right, I got it down.
Today's
way too much
I-9.
information.
What do you?
It's 3 words.
Hey, text Larry. See what he thinks yours would be.
I might right now.
So today's I-9 varsity, the I-9 varsity of derby.
He did ask me how I got paid when I did this show.
That's what Larry asked
Yeah.
you? Yeah, I tell him it's grant money. I-9 varsity of derby names
Derby.
for each other. Kaylina back at the studio. Kaylina, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hi.
Okay,
Thanks.
so obviously you'll be part of today's varsity. Get ready for, I assume,
Yeah.
some sexist stuff. What time are we off? What time are we off air today, Kaylina?
That's a great question.
All right, you're the producer. We'll let you circle
Producer
back
should
to
know
us
that.
on that one.
Allow me.
It was a big weekend in the world of sports. We'll talk at length.
6:12.
Oh, thank you. 6:15. Got it. Thank you. So the crosstalk with Josh Sushan today at 6:00. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Isotopes return here. Big announcement in the world of Duke City Championship Wrestling. That is June the 28th. Summer Sizzle. It's a Friday night at the historic El Rey. That's our next
Ooh, a
big
Friday.
event. Yep. DCCWtickets.com. That's going to be excellent. And then Van and I and a bunch of the Duke City Championship Wrestling family will be assisting Steve at Retro Night at Isotopes Park for the
Sweet.
Dukes.
Yep. June 29th.
Yeah.
June 29th.
I want,
Fireworks.
do you have complete Dukes baseball uniforms that me and Van can wear that night?
Can I have this vintage one on the
I don't know if those pants would fit you, Van.
Okay. I'm flexible. Do I need to do more squats or less squats? What are you saying?
Less.
Okay.
I don't think I have a full set. No.
505-246-0610. If you in your garage, the attic,
Mhm.
the basement,
Mhm.
the casita out
Mhm.
back, that closet in that bedroom that's been
Mhm.
closed for years, for any reason have an old Dukes uniform, call your boys 505-246-0610 because we're going out in full regalia.
In
I have another set of. I have two sets of pairs of shoes.
Duke
But-
shoes.
Yeah, spikes.
These are 13s.
Oh, really?
Why would I make that up?
I don't know. I thought you'd wear like a 10.
Why a 10? I'm
I
not
don't know.
little like
maybe
Van.
10 and a half.
These are 13s, brother.
Okay. What do you
Hold
wear,
on.
Van?
I'm literally a 10 and a half or 11. Like
That's-
easy, guys.
That's
Come on.
that's a little foot.
I'm like a normal
sorry,
sized human being.
I got a bad angle here.
I know you want to measure this, but if you really want my shoe size investigated, you call Larry Barker right now. Have him come down here, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
I have a
thing.
shirt that says "Don't make me tell Larry Parker." I don't know if I've told you this.
When's the last time you wear it?
I wore it after he
After
left the
at
party
the
at Frontier the next morning.
I have a couple pet peeves in my life, as I'm sure the friend of the show is aware.
Larry's one of them.
No, I
Oh,
love
never.
Larry
Okay.
Barker. I would never say on air anything.
Larry
else.
Legend.
Thought that was
No
cool.
one's ever called someone that.
I
No.
hate shirts with sentences on them.
That's a long one.
That's
Mhm.
a long one. Yeah, don't make me tell Larry Barker is more than Sandia Slammers.
Yeah.
Which this is just a logo.
Larry Barker was big.
Yeah.
And then tiny letters.
And on the back, and actually at the bottom, there's an ellipses. And then on the back, it said, because he's been investigating crime since 1971. And he has a
13-time Emmy winner
Yeah.
as well.
who, and it's actually a whole paragraph on
I
the
think it's
back.
like 50
He has 50
50
Emmys
Emmys?
for video
Nominations
for
or
editing.
trophies?
wins.
50 wins?
Who is anyone else entering?
My goodness.
Like
He's
the
crushed
only
the competition.
investigator.
They just stopped. Everybody else in this region stopped.
There were other investigators that weren't doing so well, so he investigated why, and then
Right.
that was it. That was the end of them.
He investigated those guys, and so they just
God.
went out of business.
He is so funny,
He is funny.
and he will interview. And I think we're all thinking of the exact same stories. Obviously,
The same guy. We're talking about the same Larry Barker, right?
every story he runs is the exact same story.
Is it?
Why did you do something stupid? Well, I had access to it.
Yeah.
And then he goes to whoever allowed access and he says, why did you allow them to do something stupid? And they go, I thought no one would notice. And then he went to the people that are supposed to notice. And he goes, why did this person think you wouldn't notice when they allowed this other person to do something stupid? And they go, no one's ever looked before. And you're like, oh, God, everyone, stop. Stop misappropriating funds and setting up video cameras that record me when I speed.
If they want Larry Barker to go away, then just stop doing.
Who is they?
I don't know.
He's the sole reason I don't commit crimes anymore.
100%.
Right.
Exactly. That's,
Anymore.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Rich history.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I gave it up.
I think.
He's
Allegedly.
he's more terrifying than Batman. He's up there at the top. Big sports weekend, though, as we mentioned. This Saturday, though, before it all starts, it is Van and I's Vaniversary, Steve.
Let's go.
We're officially inviting you here on air to our Vaniversary party. It's our 7th annual.
It's a big one.
Every year, Van and I celebrate the day that we met,
Mhm.
June 1st, 2017, with a Vaniversary party. We have it at Howie's. You're about to ask when. The answer is all night long.
All night.
Kaylina, you're also invited to our Vaniversary this upcoming Saturday night at Howie's Sports Page, where we will drink until we're asked to leave.
Thank
What
you
happened
so
to me?
much.
Do you want to do a set
So
from there?
excited.
Yeah, oh, you should do a set.
Would you like to do a set?
Yeah, we'll pay.
If you want me to.
And
Yeah.
pictures?
Yeah. Lots
Sounds
of
good.
pictures. The best part of Howie's, and there's a rich history to us and our relationship with Howie's. Obviously, everyone's familiar with our Monday Night Football watch parties over there. But the Vaniversary would not exist. Also at the Vaniversary, we do like an airing of grievances, which is fun too. So
A lot to get off the chest.
yeah, there's a
lot.
whole year's worth of stuff.
So
Like a
Zozobra
roast.
thing?
What is an airing of grievances?
Do you have a grievance with anything?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, this
Then
is where you air it.
Air it.
This is it.
Mhm.
At
this
the Vaniversary.
At the Vaniversary
Mhm.
party.
Oh.
And we were
I would have
saving it
expected that.
for the show's announcement to put up our social media flyer, but we have a good one.
It is a good one.
It's our first photo we ever took together and our last photo we ever took together, and they're both very ambiguous.
Mm-hmm. A lot of questions. No answers, though.
Well, if you do want answers, Larry, you can come to Howie's on
Yeah.
Saturday night.
He wasn't done shaking me down yet.
So I'm gonna go to Brooks and Dunn, and then immediately I'm gonna shoot over to Howie's for our anniversary party.
Oh, so you're going to get down and then turn around and go to Howie's
Yes,
and have the airing
Howie's.
of the grievances.
Howie's anniversary. That's what we're gonna do. Friends of the show here at Albuquerque Duke, so they better got their 10% off, Steve.
I think they probably. Jared, I'm sure.
I mean, they
Jared-
probably did.
I'm sure Jared.
Yeah. I mean, if
It looked like they did. They look very happy.
we're live from the Duke store, we're going to talk sports when we get back. Thank you for the Larry Barker stuff. Big weekend for Duke City Championship Wrestling. We'll recap the 1-year anniversary. Big weekend for the Boston Celtics. They have to get ready to play a basketball team for the first time in 3 weeks. We'll talk about that. All of Major League Baseball is finally unified. We'll go into distance on that story as well.
Mhm.
Josh Sushan of the Isotopes is going to join us. Also, Isaiah Thomas said his fame kept him from being killed by a Russian. That's a real story. We'll talk about that at length. Kaylina, you got any shows this week?
I don't.
Yeah, you do. Saturday night
Saturday
at
at
Howie's
I'm sorry.
for the
I'm sorry.
Vaniversary.
For the
Stu-
Vaniversary, yes.
Steven on live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Did you have something, Steve?
I
I'm sorry.
haven't been introduced to Kaylina.
Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Duke store. Please welcome to the program. New producer and starving artist, Kaylina.
That was actually the best intro I've had in a long time. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to
Sorry
meet you
that
too.
Fred was rude and didn't introduce
so when
us
you perform,
sooner.
what is it that you do?
You can't just do this off air.
I don't even know who she is.
Take your time.
Well, okay, so I guess I'm more of a folk rock artist,
Okay.
but when I
Nice.
play solo, I think it has like a singer-songwriter vibe. People really compare
Kaylina,
me
the
to like.
answer is come and see in person
Come and see in
Saturday
person.
night at Howie's.
Mhm.
But wait, do you want a band? Do you want me just solo, or do you want me to bring the band? Like
Text
this is
me.
an important
It's 2
question.
Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This message brought to you by San Diego.
Clear.
Our state's best
got
golf
the
course,
commercial.
voted on by golfers.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke Store. Big weekend this past weekend in the world of sports. We'll talk about that at length today up until 6 o'clock, and then Josh Susha joins us at 6 o'clock. Did you guys know that Josh watched For Love of the Game over the weekend?
Oh my! So we have something to talk about this time.
Good for him for a change.
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear his takes on For the Love of the Game
Best baseball
because
movie
I
of
think
all time.
it's just so pedestrian,
Steve?
so
Never
average.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
Because Steve only watches good baseball movies.
You could watch it.
Right now,
I don't know.
we'll watch it.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet. Before our anniversary, we should actually
This
just
is
show
like-
it.
Yeah.
We should show it at our anniversary.
No, we want people to come.
I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I don't hate it. Also, Kaylina, if anyone calls about this, it's not up for question. So this is
Yeah.
the best baseball movie of all time.
Universally sucks.
This past weekend, Duke
Awesome.
City Championship Wrestling celebrated its first birthday. It's 1 year Annie at the historic El Rey Theater, 12 consecutive shows. It was incredible. 400 of my closest friends. Here's some fun facts, boys.
Now hold on, there were way more than 400 people there. Why are you doing yourself like that?
I don't want to say a number that could easily be contested. It was easily 500. It was easily 400 people.
Okay,
It was definitely closer to 450 people.
okay.
But I'm not going to be the guy that's like,
Well, it's 462 people.
it might not be known by all in attendance, but
Yeah.
I'm not that guy, right?
Larry Barker's going to investigate your numbers.
Isn't that how you're supposed to reveal your attendance? Announce the attendance. It's always like 12,000 people, 172.
No, we're not the Isotopes.
Yeah, there's
Like,
462, but with season ticket
ticket
holders,
holders.
Yeah.
612.
no,
Yes.
this is different life, boys. It wasn't that life. So I got the last year in review for you guys. Are you ready for this?
All right, shoot.
So Duke City Championship Wrestling has had 12 shows at the historic El Rey Theater, and the file I want to pull up is not going to work. But is we've had roughly 100 matches. We've had roughly 40 different male competitors, roughly 10 different female competitors. We've seen just short of 5,000 fans
Wowza.
over at the historic El Rey Theater in the last year. And then the last show, last Saturday, that's the largest gate in the history of Duke City Championship Wrestling.
All
So how
right.
very cool that is that we got to that moment. And big thank you to everyone involved, specifically Leah Black, who came out. Leah Black did our national anthem. She's a world of talent. We asked her to bring TK. She did not.
Oh, well, busy guy.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Probably thought Larry would be there.
I would have liked to have been there for that.
Yeah, you skipped it. You were you
That was a late addition. Had I known she was performing, I would have probably still not gone because I had my birthday
It
planned.
was his birthday.
it was a big one. So yeah, it was so much fun, so entertaining. Big thank you to the historic El Rey for being the home for the last year. Hobo Hank is on trajectory for a rematch with Thunder for the Duke City Championship Wrestling title. That's going to be a
Good.
lot of fun. Angelica Riss returned to Albuquerque for the first time since late last fall to defend her Nightmare Factory Championship. You know, she is a townie, so it's a lot of fun to see the success she's had in Cody Rhodes' school, some over in Georgia. But no, it was, I don't know, I was as proud professionally as I had been in a long time. Thank you to KRQE and the paper and everyone who came out and supported us through their different medians, including Brandon Vogt over at KKOB. Also, some competitor radio stations in town, including The Hustle, gave my co-host or my co-owner Aaron Burnett an opportunity to sit in and do a lot of like centric programming towards wrestling. So it was just awesome. It was a cool experience. I'm so very proud. Van, thank you to you for coming out and your constant contribution to it. It's so funny, Steve, because Van is good at every single thing, but he hates working. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be able to get Van,
So true.
to do both, to be good and enjoy the work is
Mhm.
a unique moment, and for us to be able to get that once a month is real special.
Well,
man.
thank you so much. I enjoy being there. You're seeing how the sausage is made and all the effort that goes
Yeah.
into it. It's just so wildly impressive. You and your team that gets together and puts that on at least once a month.
Yeah.
It's what you're doing for Albuquerque and surrounding areas. Just so awesome to see.
Bunch of cool dudes. The next one, June the 28th at the historic El Rey Theater. September is the start of our partnership with NWA. So that's where you're going to start seeing a bunch of national talent come through. So we're really excited about that. Also, the boys will be at the State Fair. Let's go. 11 straight days at the State Fair of Pro Wrestling. So we'll have a lot of individuals in town for that too. Also, we are shoring up the final details on a really fun television announcement. So get ready to see us live from Albuquerque, pre-recorded.
Sweet.
But it's going to be super sweet. So yeah. Anyways, a lot going on in the world of pro wrestling. Thank you to everyone who supported. In this, there's no punchline here. The amount of friends of the show who take the time, because I know we're sports adjacent and sports centric talk radio show, to come out and enjoy this other stuff that we do. It is very high, and it means the absolute world to me when people come out and number one, have kind words for the product. Number two, have kind words for this show. And then lastly, are proud enough to be a fan of it that they expose other individuals to it. So thank you to all of they for that. And yeah, thank you Albuquerque for the support over the last year. I'm incredibly proud.
I'll meet people in the community almost daily.
Yeah.
And after they ask for my opinion on whatever hot take they have in the world of sports and pop culture, immediately go to Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Love it.
How much they love it. And they tell me all about their favorite wrestler.
We recapped the Celtics last year. Steve, you can say something positive. Go ahead.
I don't know if I had anything. No, I think it's been awesome what you've done. You've come in, and I think that's when we met, was about
right
time
before
last year, and just seeing it grow. And I was able to go to a bunch of them at the beginning. I haven't been able to go to some lately,
Right.
but
you
always
lost
a supporter.
interest.
Well, no,
You know.
no. I stopped when Hobo Hank lost. I can't go back there and
Steve, that was
I can't go back-
October.
Oh, was it? Oh, shoot. Well, he'll win again. So
That's-
let me know.
Been a while.
No,
Ben?
it's been awesome. And I like the stuff that you do outside of that, where you get in the community. You've done some stuff at Explora, right?
Yeah, we did
With
that.
some
Did
kids
teen
and
night over at Explorer.
different things like that. That's awesome.
Went out to an elementary school last week,
Yeah.
Rio Rancho Elementary School, and hung out with a classroom full of kids. As they use it. It's a theater class, and they use it as part of their arts or whatever.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And the lastly of it, which is a big part to me, but I think a small part, is how important that partnership is with the Dukes. And I'll just talk about this real quick today. Is I was meeting with some individuals over at the Hotel Andaluz about wrestling, and I got the poster, right? I got the thing, and it's got the Dukes logo on it real big. And they go, "Dukes know you're using that?" And I go, "The Dukes are proud that we're using." It was,
Absolutely.
it's a cool thing, because the Dukes is such a renowned brand, and being able to associate that with the wrestling is a legitimacy to a new product here in the community of Albuquerque, with in my opinion, historically the most significant brand in the community. So thank you for the rub, Steve, as having the Albuquerque Duke on everything we do is a big deal.
Well, I appreciate that too, and I appreciate you guys being positive out in the community and representing Albuquerque the way you do.
Well, and the way I keep having Larry Barker pull over people that have big Duke decals on their back
making
windows
sure.
to
Yeah.
investigate where they got them. Yeah, that's a big part of it too, Steve. When we get back, the Boston Celtics, or the easiest road to the NBA championship ever.
Oof.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Lots of NBA news today. We will go into that at length, including the passing of a guy you can't tell the history of the league without, and that is one Bill Walton. Passes away yesterday at the age of 71, boys.
That's a bummer, man.
Yep. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. The Boston Celtics swept the Indiana Pacers. It wasn't the worst game I watched. It was a good game. But, I mean, it's the easiest path in the history of all basketball to get to the championship. I have no doubt in my mind. They're 12-2. It hasn't even been close in a single game. I mean, they won by one basket. But you get the point I'm trying to get to. Like, they were on cruise control. And whoever they end up facing out of the West, which will be Dallas, it's a Celtics championship year. Congratulations to Boston.
Finally.
Man, the way the Mavs are playing, Luka is Luka plus some. He's got it turned up to 11 right now.
Not when Gobert's on the court.
Kyrie doesn't suck. The Mavs are going to give him a series. But also Celtics.
I mean, guys, they've had like 2 weeks off. Like it's not been a thing. And the rest of the league's going on and on and on. And they're going to sit back again and wait. Pacers basically didn't show up. Cavaliers basically didn't show up. The Heat basically didn't show up. I mean, it's not been a thing. It's not like they were playing for anything at the end of the regular season. If you remember, they were winning games by 20 points at the end of the regular season because it was all cruise control. Maybe it was 10 points, but you get the point.
The Lakers still in it?
Nice.
They're in the mix for Bronny. So do you want to talk about
they should just let him go there.
In the mix to act like they want him and then sabotage it and like let somebody else pick him and go, oh, sorry, Braun, we really wanted him.
If Dallas is getting ready for the Celtics already, they have a lot to look at because it looks like they played the exact same game 4 games in a row against the Pacers.
The Pacers they had a over 90% winning percentage in the fourth quarter and 3 out of their 4 losses.
Just imploded.
They just choked it away every single time.
Hold my beer.
I mean, it was a sweep, but even in a sweep, it was a better series than I thought it was going to be. Every single game was competitive.
The Pacers in the last 3 minutes 33 yesterday went scoreless and then only lost by 3.
Who wants it less?
So, hey, Pacers, we just need you to drop 4 points in the final 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And the Pacers were like, say less.
We got this.
No, we do not.
I mean, right around the middle of the season, people were including Tyrese Halliburton in MVP discussion,
stupid.
And he choked it away.
The way they crumbled at the end of every game is crazy.
I mean, the Celtics been there, done that. Even if they played sloppy during the game, they still don't scare. They did enough to win all those games. Kudos to them. Pacers weren't ready for that moment.
Up 3.
They're too young and dumb.
We talked. Obviously, we had the weekend off. Also, I hope you boys enjoyed your Memorial Days. Up 3 with the ball with 10 seconds left in game 1, lost in overtime. Up 18 midway through the third in game 3, lost by 3. Up 4 in the final minutes of game 4. Third time this series that they had 90+% chance to win. Van just pointed out they lost by 3. This they got a lot of fire over there, but it just didn't know how to burn. Like it was bad for the Pacers at the end. The finals were handed to the Celtics.
I mean, as soft as the East is, I mean, a couple of these teams, Sixers maybe, Pacers maybe, Heat maybe, have to add another piece and reload to be successful next year. But if no one reloads, if no one adds any other pieces, Celtics are going to cruise right to the finals again next year.
You're talking hypothetically, and if we're talking hypothetically, the Pacers are up 3-1 with a big game on Wednesday.
Yeah, sure.
Steve, you're obviously a Celtics fan because you're a front runner.
Correct.
Since you're a Celtics fan who's also a Yankees fan, which is the worst kind of dickery, contra. You said beautiful?
It's a beautiful thing.
I think your Duke Blue Devils are going to win it all next year too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't like them.
Okay, I think Notre Dame football is going to make a run. I think they got some pieces.
Oh,
I'm a Lobo Mendenhall fan.
You are.
Yes.
I think I'm Oppo Lobo Mendenhall. I think I'm officially coming out and saying it. I didn't like the hire in the beginning. I don't like the way anything is gone. I'm not excited about this upcoming season. I think I'm Oppo Lobo Mendenhall right now.
So Rick Carlisle.
Yeah. Your guy. Cannot coach.
Correct. I mean, by the fourth game, you'd think you'd do something different in the fourth quarter. Or not,
He don't know how to win. That's
Right.
what he's never been a winner.
except when he played for the Celtics.
Allow me. Hey, Pascal, only you shoot the ball in the fourth quarter. Quit passing it to other people.
And that one Pacers fan,
If you get double teamed, pretend you're going to pass
Mhm.
and then chuck up an awful shot.
yeah, shoot
It's
it.
still better than everyone else on the team in the fourth quarter.
You know, there's a mental health aspect we're not talking about here too, because if you're the type of person who loves the Pacers, you will also already have a terrible job and terrible friends and a terrible family. So this doesn't help either.
You talking about just living in Indiana?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
100% what I'm going
Yeah.
on about.
All right. Yeah.
Have never had a good haircut.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. If you go to the App Store, if you live in Indiana and you go to the App Store on a person's phone in Indiana, they've never downloaded the Robin Hood app. Like, there is no reason to invest in your future in Indiana. It is not worth living.
Well, I mean, I also live for today,
Same.
but for wildly different reasons. And then an Indiana night. What do you call them?
Indiana Pacers.
Indianan?
Oh.
Indiana.
Oh,
In-
Indiana.
in the ocean.
In
In the ocean.
mhm.
in the
Indies.
Enyo.
Junior.
That's what we named the dog. We named the dog Indiana. Kaylina, you ever seen Indiana Jones? It's the best part of
course
Indiana.
I have. What's the best part?
No, that is the best
Oh,
part.
that is the
Indiana
best
Jones
part.
is the best. Jones is the
That's
best part
unfortunate.
of Indiana.
You know, there used to be an Indiana Jones like bed and breakfast. It was in the house that they used to film in the movie for his dad's house.
Tell us more.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in New Mexico, and I think it recently closed down, which is such a bummer. But it's like next to like a train.
all right. It's in Antonio, Colorado, and
Oh, it's in okay, sorry, it's close to New Mexico.
It's way northern New Mexico.
it
hey,
is-
hey,
So
I was able
north,
to drive
it's
there in a day.
Colorado.
it's very much
It was
open.
worth it.
All right. So Kaylina's
It
knowledge
is?
of this not great,
All
but
right.
it does
But
exist.
I've
Google's
stayed
is better.
there. It was great. If it's still open, please go. But we were looking into it, and okay, my bad.
There's
glad it's
also
still open.
a lot of Indiana Jones. You can buy the Indiana Jones Legos there too.
Oh,
Is that where they
nice.
filmed the show, the movie?
I don't
Yeah.
know
Oh, it's-
the
it's-
reference.
The house that you stay in was used in the movie.
I'm not paying money to go here.
Like, that was just what my dad and I bonded over before I went off to college. In fact, he found an Indiana guitar for me, and he's like, "'Cause of Indiana Jones."
Did he call you Junior?
No.
All right. TripAdvisor.
Uh-oh.
Do
you even wanna say these numbers?
Oh, man.
Is it not good? Look, my experience is great. I'm not saying
It's
everyone's
okay to have unique
experience was.
experiences.
Yeah.
hmm
Is Kaylina, are you from Indiana?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm from Colorado, which is why
Oh,
I mistook
Gotcha.
this place for being New Mexico.
I don't
Like,
even know the-
obviously, it's all the same to me.
I don't mow the grass here. This
To
is-
make
Yeah.
it look like Indiana.
Also, if I'm going to stay at the Indiana bed and breakfast, I only want to eat Jello out of a monkey skull.
I mean, that should be dessert
Naturally.
every night.
That should be the only.
I don't even
meal.
think they
Yeah.
serve food there. I think you go to like there's like a designated restaurant you go to.
Oh, that's only breakfast.
Where is Indiana Jones from in the movie? Anybody know?
Antonio, Colorado.
It's his childhood home.
I'm gonna go take whip lessons.
Cumbres and Tolek Scenic Railroad. I'm saying we go. Like, as a first of all, we get costume. Like, let's be very transparent on this. We're not just going traditional. We're going with whatever kind of hat he wore. What's that? A Tivoli? Whatever
Your
that-
guess as good as mine.
Yeah, and a whip.
Are we doing like authentic Indiana Jones, or are we just going to go to REI and look like a modern Indiana Jones?
I'm gonna get a cross with a chain around it that I have to constantly stick into my belt loop.
like a priest.
I don't know. Isn't that the thing he had the whole time?
It's
or
been a
whatever?
minute since I watched him.
That's
Yeah.
Honestly, same.
yeah.
When I see Harrison Ford, I see Han Solo, not Indiana Jones.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Also, no time for loving Dr. Jones.
It's a nickname, Indiana.
Yeah, it was the dog's name. We just said that.
Just now,
Yes.
I wasn't listening.
You're part of the show.
I was wondering what kind of music Kalina is preparing for this.
Oh
How
yeah.
is-
Well, I'm like a folk rock artist.
Do you know
This is
any
something-
Melissa Etheridge?
Good one.
Oh my gosh. No.
No.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. second greatest basketball player of all time in the college game, behind only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is Bill Walton.
Agree.
All-time best national championship performance ever
Mm-hmm.
when he went 21 for 22 to win a title.
Accurate.
Greatest player to ever play for the Trailblazers.
Accurate.
There's a lot of dudes out there that are like, if it wasn't for injuries, I could have been the best of all time. Bill Walton, literally in that conversation. A bigger personality than all those things we just talked about on air and on the court. But I think the most pivotal part of Bill Walton is his drive behind the 70s psychedelic culture, man.
Absolutely.
It was wild.
Brought it mainstream. Like, old white guy who watches sports in the late 60s and early 70s
Mm-hmm.
did not know a lot about why people wore tie-dyed shirts.
Yeah.
Did not know a lot about why people were quitting their jobs and going into the woods and frolicking about.
No, they didn't get it.
The summer of love. Like, they didn't understand it until Bill Walton explained it to them.
There are some people that are like, I'm chill, dude. None of you are as chill as Bill Walton was when he was one of the chillest dudes.
You know why?
Say it.
Over 1,000 Grateful Dead shows.
Yeah.
That'll make you chill.
If you're a Grateful Dead and a Celtics fan, this hurts.
Not the best overlap on the Venn diagram.
Is someone in their
No.
life who really overcame shyness? This hurts. He was a dude who was always himself, regardless of the environment he was in. And he was a dude who thrived when he had an opportunity and a platform to share. Are you familiar with Pyramid of Success?
Sure.
Okay.
Very.
Bird, McHale, Ainge, they all went to a Grateful Dead show with Bill Walton. Like, that's what it's about.
I don't think it took.
It's not the point.
Yeah, I don't think it took for those guys like it took with Bill
Do
Walton.
you remember how upset you were whenever Fresh Prince's dad died, or his uncle?
Well, obviously.
I feel like my TV uncle passed away.
Yeah, his contributions after his basketball career, and I completely agree with what you said. If he's one of those guys that never gets hurt, he's in the Bo Jackson echelon.
Yeah.
Right? If he doesn't get hurt, he's the best ever. Bill Walton, if he doesn't get hurt, he's top 5 of all time, probably top 2.
In that 21 of 22 game, when he won the national championship, the one he missed was a layup because you weren't by rule allowed to dunk.
Sure.
Real number off the top of your head. How many times do you think you said the phrase "throw it down, big man"?
You know, every time I watch basketball, it's in my head forever.
Feels like his career went exactly how it should have.
And then
Based on his personal.
and then refused to live in a world without the Pac-12. I grew up watching him commentate. A lot of individuals in his program watched him play.
He wasn't a homer when he was his heyday either. He had actual critiques on the game and the NBA itself and its place in culture. Like, he would give it to you unapologetically.
Also, just the obligatory forget cancer. Like, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Zoom in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from the Albuquerque Duke store. The Sports.
Circle. Hey, Marie Castillo.
Mike's hot.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Welcome back to the program. To be fair,
To be fair.
To be fair.
thank you. To be fair, I have not been listening to KKOB today. I was busy touring, doing life.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aware that an airplane had crashed in Mesa del Sol. Is that correct, man?
I think it's the entrance to Mesa del Sol. I don't have
Okay.
like an exact a GPS location here, but
Oh, there's
Looks
no
like-
GPS on that
it
airplane.
looks like in between Mesa del Sol and the airport.
Is everyone okay?
The plane looks like it got the worst of it.
Was there any loss or injury to human life?
I'm not sure. I
Okay.
believe the pilot ejected and is okay.
Where did they land? Was it near my condo?
Again, I don't work for KKOB
Okay.
or KOT or KOB or KRQE or
I can call Larry.
did I Google it?
But you're saying there's a strong chance there's a lot of listeners in the car right now trying to get home.
A lot of people at Mesa del Sol are listening right now.
Okay. It's our civic responsibility to be very entertaining moving forward.
Noted.
Only laughter.
Didn't you
this time.
say you saw something about?
We need to start doing that sometime, anyways.
Do you think they
Why
were,
not today?
Do you think they were just trying to get early to Brooks and Dunn this Saturday at Isleta?
The plane?
The pilot.
Yeah, just trying to get a good spot.
Hard yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same,
hard yes. Yeah.
Do you think when he was flying he saw Red Dirt Road?
Is that a Brooks and Dunn song?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It
Could
if
be.
It's not. It has to be close. I believe it's Brooks and Dunn. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus
Neon Moon, Boot, Scoot, and Boogie.
in Red Dirt
Miss me
Road.
with the rest.
Red Dirt Road is a banger.
I just want to hang with the dudes. Kix Brooks,
Yeah.
our lovely buddy.
So Kick sent me VIP tickets. Did I tell you this?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm currently
Is
sitting on a handful of them to do like Brooks and Dunn stuff with
Now we have a conflict of interest,
because of the anniversary. party.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to that.
obviously.
Yeah.
That's a long pregame.
Yeah.
You're going to what?
the anniversary this
Oh.
Saturday night at Howie's sports page. Van and I celebrating our 7th year together.
Do you? How's it going?
We're common law at this point now. It's a whole thing. Like we are, like it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. The anniversary at Howie's.
It's mostly straight, and it's mostly consensual.
A lot of it's so neat because it's the only time all of our friends of the show come together. It's the only time when like people from our entertainment life and like our shoot lives, like our
Sure.
regular lives,
We got friends, family, friends of the show, business partners, and sponsors.
enemies.
We got baseball players. We got wrestlers.
It's a weird
Yeah.
deal.
Hmm.
You've never been to one.
I've never been invited.
Well, this would be your first one.
Oh, you're inviting me?
It has you're invited to the anniversary this Saturday night.
Oh,
Is there
I could have
gonna be any
swore you were
music?
at the last one.
It might
Yeah,
have been. I don't know.
Kaylina, I
There's-
think,
Oh, Kaylina's playing.
until she comes to her
Yeah,
senses
Kaylina,
and gets a better gig.
and she's taking requests.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm terrible with requests, just saying, but
Do you know any
Don't
Brooks
you
and
know-
Dunn?
Every song that everybody requests.
I know, like, I'm obviously a terrible musician for just not knowing them all,
Right.
but like, I keep playing anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, how dare you create your own individual sound and write your own songs?
I know it's just an
Yeah.
atrocity,
Do
really.
you know any Brooks and Dunn?
That's a good question.
No.
How about Red Dirt Road?
Oh, I love that song. I could probably learn that one quick.
About Neon Moon?
Oh, I love Neon Moon.
Who doesn't?
Although I'm not gonna lie, like I relate to that hardcore about my pet, which I thought was really funny, but Van's probably gonna make fun of me now. But I was like, it's the only time I felt a real life application for Neon Moon, except for just jamming out.
You two-step with your dog? What's going on here?
No, no, my
Explain.
My
I'm sorry.
My Maria is a banger.
That is.
Mm, this is true.
I've had too many bad experiences with Maria's. That one gives me PTSD.
I have a former Maria in my life, but on record, she's incredibly nice, and I wish her nothing but the
You met
best.
one of the good ones.
Yeah, she was outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My history with Maria's poor. Quite poor.
Is that because you're a hardworking man?
Is this another Brooks and Dunn song?
Oh, you're only talking about Little Miss Honky Tonk?
Oh, okay. I mean, after I had that run-in with Maria, I was a brand new man. That's for sure.
Well, and obviously there was the long goodbye, so
It was a very short goodbye, actually.
because you were ready for the next broken heart.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing that.
And then you were leaving. You're like, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Because you better kiss me.
Ain't nothing about you.
Mhm.
It's the whole thing or whatever.
Top 10. Brooks and Dunn.
South of Santa Fe would be on there because that's
It's Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
It's Albuquerque.
what they will open with.
Or close if they're smart.
You close. There's only two options. You close with Neon Moon or Boot Scoot and Boogie.
I just want to hear their new stuff.
Cowgirls Don't Cry.
No, the unreleased stuff that's coming out.
Oh,
next
like
year.
the 2024 stuff.
Who wants to go to a concert and they only do the hits, right? Experiment.
Me.
Like, I want to
do.
hear, Brooks and Dunn do some jazz fusion. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, they're coming out with new music?
No.
that's a joke.
Okay.
Helena,
joking.
Hey man,
Pumpkin.
I've been bamboozled before.
Only
I just
do the hits.
Okay.
God.
Only
That's
Are they
smart.
do
really
the
going to be
hits.
there, or is one of them like going to be the?
No, they've mended the bridge for money.
Yeah.
They did.
Kix Brooks, who's done the show, like
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
been on the
friend of the show.
Oh, okay.
He
Uh,
drank.
Is he going to anniversary?
He
afterwards?
drank 2 Teller cocktails faster than anyone I've ever seen.
Do you think it's far fetched that the anniversary?
was
It's
it.
not.
Innocent question, Fred. Why are you yelling at me?
Also, I bet he would.
That ain't no way to go. I'm sorry I got so excited.
Well, defensive, actually.
What's Dunn's first name?
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie is not invited. Let's
No.
be, because we're trying to have a good time.
He's probably going to go to Geckos afterwards.
That tracks.
I don't know if you read the title of the concert. It's actually a Kix Brooks solo show. It's Brooks and Dunn, D-O-N-E.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's just Kix Brooks.
You're so funny, dude.
It's not my first day.
All of baseball has come together to celebrate
Mm.
the inclusion of
Mm.
Negro League statistics in Major League Record books starting on Wednesday, man.
That's awesome.
Is that what you thought I was going to
I
talk
wish, no, not at all. The way you started it, I thought you were talking about another subject that is
Yep.
near and dear to my heart. They should have done this a long time ago. I know the difficulties finding all the score books
Yeah,
and
very
getting
correct.
getting accurate
Yep.
records because they didn't always keep the score. Like the seasons are like chunks of them that are just gone
Right.
from history. So getting like actual statistics from that time is difficult. But anything they do have, I'm glad they're finally including, as they should.
There's one
So
guy.
who's been knocked down on some of these stats.
Oh, I don't know yet. It's not Wednesday. That's tomorrow.
Oh.
Josh Gibson's like the one name, right? Is there anyone else where I guess Satchel Paige is like one? Is there anyone else where you're like, okay, like there's a big changer historically to how you perceive the game?
Yeah, I know these things grow over time. The
Yeah.
legend gets bigger and bigger, but allegedly, like Josh Gibson had like 850 home runs.
That's what they say.
Yeah, but I mean, how can we prove all of it if we don't have the scorecards and the stat sheets from a season or a series or even one game at a time?
Well, there's skepticism too around like Babe Ruth's numbers.
Right.
There's, I see, just being about the same way. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Sure.
Also, would it be far-fetched for me to believe that there was a league that played an undetermined amount of games every year and they put up batting practice balls to a guy to inflate some numbers that could do it? Yeah, I absolutely believe
Why not?
that happened historically.
sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good for they. Well, let's just hope that the inclusion of those statistics don't need a new statistician, because the guy that would be available for the job is Angel Hernandez.
Mhm.
The what word do I want to say here? Entertaining? The most entertaining umpire in Major League Baseball for my entire life is Angel Hernandez, who does, this is a fact, hold the worst umpire scorecard in the last 5 years,
Mhm.
who is terrible, who makes every game interesting by making it about himself,
Sure.
missed more impactful calls than any human being on the planet,
Not great.
and has united the houses of all 30 Major League Baseball teams as he's just quitting on the spot.
Yeah. What 9/11 was to unite this country,
Yeah.
firing Angel Hernandez is the same for sports.
CB
Like,
Buckner,
everyone is coming together and just uniting in their hatred of Angel Hernandez. This is
all my homies hate Angel
he
Hernandez.
sucks so bad. Just so unbelievably bad.
I feel like every team outside of like the White Sox and Andres Galarraga has a moment where Angel Hernandez has been the worst umpire they've ever had, or worst official of a game.
Oh, wait, my adult life, he's been the worst easily. He's been doing it for so long. Like,
34 years.
my whole adult life being a baseball fan, he's been the worst.
He's a human highlight reel.
How does that happen though? 30 years. I mean, couldn't they just fire him after 10 if he was that bad?
With Union, really good Union.
I think I've told this story in air. I have a buddy in St. Louis who does Missouri Valley Conference baseball. He's like an umpire for Missouri Valley Conference. And every year, Major League Baseball holds a camp for new umpires. And what you do is you go and you get into the rookie ball, low A, double A, triple A, Major League Baseball, right? That's the path. Everyone takes it. And he goes every year. And he's like the best Missouri Valley Conference official. He never misses a call. You know what I mean? He like dry cleans his uniform. He's that guy, right?
Mhm.
And he goes down to this thing. I think it's in Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's where the Braves do their stuff. And he goes down there and he tries, and hundreds and thousands of guys go out and try. And he gets, cut after day 1 or day 2 or day 3 every single weekend. And, only a handful of those guys make it. And he has told me before he has no idea how Angel Hernandez has a job if this many human beings are this good at umpiring baseball.
And I think he just finally gave up. That's like whoever he has dirt on, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna cash in this check now.
Mhm.
We're gonna get a little severance. Whatever your secret is buried with me, Paul Giamatti or whoever.
Maybe he's related to Aaron.
Could be. Oh wait, my phone's ringing. Hold on, sorry guys.
His dad is probably his
It's
father.
Angel Hernandez. Oh, never mind.
Missed
missed
call.
call.
Another missed call.
Missed call.
Another missed
Yeah.
call. Yeah.
Careful, you're going to convince him to unretire.
It's
Well, good for baseball.
I asked Sushan earlier this year on this very program. It's Angel Hernandez, his season started off so awful. Historically, he's awful. This season in particular started so awful. Are they going to rush the ABS system? Are they going to rush the challenge system because umpiring is so awful? And like with the technology we have to gauge balls and strikes in real time, you get like a real report card in real time, or at least at the very worst after the game.
Yeah.
And umpiring is so bad, and we have the technology to fix it immediately. I thought this would be the last season, but apparently they're just going to make examples of a few guys and just keep making the same mistakes.
Well, maybe there was something going on with him that they
Oh, betting? Are you talking about betting on baseball?
just
Oh.
something in his life that was not good. Do you think somebody reached out to him and try to help him with these calls?
Could be. Or maybe it wasn't him making all the bad calls. It was
Yeah.
his interpreter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, poor guy.
I mean,
It's
maybe
only
he
been
needed a
30
game,
years.
so he
I
had
mean,
something.
couldn't do one more year?
No, he could not. He couldn't get through this year. He needs this because he needs to go out there and be able to blow calls.
Is
If
he-
you're by yourself, what are you blowing?
Do you think he's going to get his severance?
Yeah, he's getting his severance. Yeah,
Why wouldn't he get
Retirement.
his severance?
I don't know.
he didn't quit.
Well, R.I.P. to him, and he's looking down on us all from above,
Hopefully, he can come up with the second career.
calling balls and strikes on Wade Boggs or whatever.
You should get him for TCCW.
To do what?
Wrestle another umpire.
Our referees suck in
Yeah,
City Championship
there you go.
Wrestling. They miss every call.
Yeah, he will make them look fantastic.
The other day,
They
Tommy
just go
Tootie-
for a souffle and they miss it.
Is a
I love that so much.
Did you say souffle and then pantomime the movement
I
of
did.
doing a suplex?
That's my
It's not a
favorite move.
souffle, you idiot. It's etouffee.
Oh,
It's different.
my favorite wrestling move.
You're 0 for 2, but Angel Hernandez has it 1-1 in the count.
2 big swings and misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Hey, and the way that social media is done now by these teams with just like early 20-year-old Jake Cassio type individuals, I thought there would have been more roasting. I thought it would have been a very roastful time
Hmm.
from official Major League Baseball, but it was kind of boring.
They should get him roasted like they did Tom Brady.
Oh, that's a good one.
That'd be fantastic. Oh God, that'd be
Get
fantastic.
put like David Ortiz up there.
Mhm.
There are some really like famous, like the one with Carl Schwarber where he just loses him stuff, loses it. The one with Bryce Harper,
Yeah.
where Bryce Harper
Like
loses his
last
stuff.
week.
Yeah,
It's happening now.
he's done like terrible 3-strike calls in like 9th innings. You know what I mean? It's like he's as timely as it gets on being an idiot.
Don't you think, like 25 years later, when he's still doing it, it's probably on purpose?
No,
I'm just going to be bad.
I know every
are they
once in a
gonna do to
while,
me?
it 100% is. He'll make bad calls on purpose to piss off someone he doesn't like. That's happened over and over
What
and
are they
over
gonna do,
again throughout the
fire
history
me?
of baseball.
Yeah. He's the umpire's umpire.
in the famed words of Shaggy, Shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel.
He's not dead, just fired.
Closer than all my peeps you are to me. Angel. Shorty, you're my angel. You're my
How long? How much longer are you going to do this?
You called it ball and strike 3. I don't have a lot of angel references. I was really reaching. I went to Shaggy.
It's a good one. Could be worse.
In the arms.
God. So Josh Gibson had a 372 batting average.
Pretty good. No, I mean,
5 points higher than Ty Cobb, 367. So
you love Ty Cobb. Off the field.
Oh, dude, the
So,
ghost of
I'm
Ty Cobb
telling
is so
you.
upset right now.
that he's going to be number 1. So Ty Cobb had the best batting average. Now Josh is going to be.
Yeah, and Angel Hernandez's initials are AH. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff in baseball.
Very parallel.
I don't even know how that tracks.
Tell you during the break.
Yeah, it's not for. I was just doing a little Angel Hernandez humor there. Kaylina, did you get that one?
Yeah, I got it.
Today's I-9 Varsity, where we return from the break. It's the I-9 Varsity of Derby names for each other.
Okay.
The I-9 Varsity of Derby names for each other. Come down to the Albuquerque Dew Store, where a lot of friends of the show have been in already and have interrupted the program.
Keep on coming.
I
It's
mean,
fun.
My favorite part when someone interrupts the show is how
Like
Steve,
roller derby names. I'm just clarifying in case
like
Kentucky Derby.
in case friends at home.
Yeah, weren't listening earlier. I'm getting the hang of this radio stuff.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's time to rock. It's time to rock. Hey, yo, we take it to the top. It's time to rock.
Today's
It's
I-9
time to
varsity,
rock.
I-9
It's time
varsity
to rock. We
of
go
Derby
hard
games
in the
for each
block.
other.
It's time to
League
rock.
office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Reach out to i9 Sports. Currently taking online registrations for multiple summer programs. Just call 505-312-4999. They will look at your kit set up. Same day practice, same day play. Okay. It's our roller derby names for each other.
Okay.
Now, some options here. I will not go first. Van.
I'll start with owner operator of the Duke's Team Store,
Okay, go ahead.
one Steve Palmisano.
All right, yep, this will be good.
And you know how he's like a treacherous, vengeful, spiteful maniac?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Get Even Steven. Don't
Even Steven is a good one.
don't try to cross him.
No, I like that one.
Hmm.
That's a
Get
good-
Even Steven is going to throw you over the
all right,
rail.
that's a very good one.
Yeah.
Steve.
You go ahead.
Okay. I will do Van first. Okay.
Okay, good idea.
All right, Van. I'm going to need your middle name.
That would be Alan.
All right, Alan. Here we
Okay.
go. Okay. Now the name of
You
your
just-
first pet.
You're doing a Mad Lib right now,
Yeah.
is what you're doing.
Just if you could.
First pet would be, let's do Bagwell.
All right, Alan Bagwell. Okay, and then the
Mhm.
street you grow up on, please.
Okay. Not very exciting or a good name.
Yeah.
22nd.
Okay. So your roller derby name is Alan Bagwell the 22nd.
Okay.
So that's
All
that's a pretty good one.
Alan Wrench Nunley. That's the best I can do right now.
Not the worst.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Steve, come back to you or go to Kaylina?
Come back to me.
All right, Kaylina.
Oh, I'm quite proud of mine. Okay. Fred.
Yes.
I'll say your name. I would say your name would be Frigidaire Slow or like Fridge Slow.
Frigidaire Slow.
Wow.
The
is-
fridge.
Yeah, the fridge. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
That's strong
Thank
work.
you. Thank you.
I like that a lot. It was a good one.
Okay.
Steve, it will eventually have to be your turn
I
at
don't
some
know.
point.
I already came up with one.
Van?
I got one for you, and this one there's
Okay.
a chainsaw arm theme.
Okay.
And we're gonna go
um,
Evil Unfred.
okay, that's an Evil Dead reference.
Uh-huh.
Was it a Bruce Campbell movie from the
Mhm.
90s? Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. That was.
The undead.
Yep. Got it.
Unfred.
Yep.
Evil
that-
Unfred.
not very good.
hmm
Steve?
It's an 11.
Van Barker Backer Nunley.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's
So good.
Thank
I
you. Wow,
do
good.
love Larry Barker.
yes. All right, Kaylina.
It's my claim to fame.
Kaylina, what is your middle name?
Marie.
All right, so Marie, got it right here. Got it right. And then the name of your first pet.
hmm
I guess Katara.
Oh, okay. And then the street you grew up on.
Hopi Trail.
I don't know how to spell that.
Hopi, as in like the Hopi people. Although I don't think that's the name they go by. But
Right,
anyway.
So we're just going to leave it at Marie Katrina.
Marie
That's
Katrina.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's
Killer-
not good.
Killer Kalina.
Yeah,
Kalina. That's not
no, that's
That was literally mine.
what? Killer
Yeah, Kill Lena.
Kalina.
Yeah.
Hope Trail is pretty good. I guess we could have gone with that.
Hope Trail.
Yeah.
Just Hope Trail.
I don't know. It was better than Marie Catalina or whatever. I
That's
wrote
like a
down.
real name of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, sounds like a really cool person, but
We'll change this one to Copa at the Copa Catalina.
you get
Right,
to
so-
you get to change it.
Yeah. Well, I'm naming you. So, Kaylina, your turn.
Okay, so I did not come up with this one on my own. It was a generator for Van, but it made me laugh.
Okay.
It's Violent Nugget.
Yo,
He is a
that's
nugget,
pretty
Yeah,
good.
That's
little nugget.
We're gonna lean into that
Yeah,
pretty
well-
hard.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. I mean,
Well-
that one I can't take credit for, but I thought it was spot on.
a little nuggy boy. Okay.
And obviously my initials, VN, Violent Nugget.
Yeah. The I-9 varsity of roller derby names for each other. Van.
Well, we already know mine, but I'll go anyways. You know how Kalina's got that killer instinct?
Yeah.
She just strikes fear in the heart of her opponent.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go with Kalina.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's like
Nice.
super good.
I love the pun.
I like that.
Steve, you going again? Or
Put up your dukes
that's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
All right.
for whoever wants it.
That would be your own. You
You
named
named
yourself.
yourself.
Okay, I didn't want to take it, but I will.
All right, now Steve, what is your middle name?
Robert.
All right, so yeah, Robbie. Okay, and then what was the name of your?
Robert was my middle name.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay, yeah,
got it.
yeah, Bravo. What is in the name of your first pet?
Also Robert.
This like isn't even
Robert.
ad libs. This is like,
Yeah.
when you're verifying if you know somebody. Like,
I
Oh my
had-
goodness, this is
Now,
Kalina. We're
I
going to
had
teach
two
you something cool right
gerbils
now.
Were my first pets, and they were Hank and Aaron.
oh,
That's
Okay, and then
Didn't
you
expect that to be so cute.
No,
but there we
it's
go.
very Cute. I already
Yeah.
wrote down Robert though. So, in what street did you grow up on?
Princeton.
Okay, so Robertson Street. So Robbie Robert Robertson is your name.
Is that like
Right.
a magic trick where you just
I can
just,
imagine that.
just avow everything I said and come up with your own thing?
So,
and
yeah.
Robbie Robert Robertson is coming
Yeah.
around.
Robert Aaron Princeton is like a pretty good name,
Yeah.
but it's just too normy, too regsy.
Robbie
Rap.
Hank Aaron Princeton.
Kaylina, Fred's
Hmm.
questionnaire is how you figure out your porn name. That is your porn name.
Oh
Thought
dear.
maybe I could slide this one by.
Yeah.
Well, when people aren't very creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, mine is Chewy Maine.
Chewy Maine.
So,
Maine?
yeah,
You grew up on Main Street?
yeah. So,
Really?
At the
Like
intersection,
First in Maine?
the intersection of Main and State Aid Road.
State aid?
That's how poor I grew up. I grew up on State Aid Road. I'm not joking.
Oh, you left out one. Fitzgerald Chewy Maine.
It's not. That's not mine. So there we go. Today's I-9 varsity was the I-9 varsity of roller derby names.
Oh wait, I haven't
job,
done
guys.
Steve yet.
Oh,
yeah, do
my
Steve.
bad. Do
Come
Steve.
on.
Okay, well, this one isn't original either, and I don't know Steve very well, but
I
it was the best one I read, and it was Hit and Run.
Perfect.
Okay, well,
So you're a pun.
if you're referring to senior dogs, that is spot on.
No, for
Wow.
Derby though, that's great. You're right.
Jeez.
You hit and you run.
Yeah. Okay, I'm more tickled than that, but whatever.
Just put Fred Slow into a name generator.
Came out.
You're not going to come up with soming better than Frigidaire Slow, okay?
I have Fifi Spear Hit.
Fifi Spear hit.
Yeah.
That's way better than what they came. When I was generating for Fred, I got like Fancy Smack All and Flash Supernova, and I was like, no.
What about Fracture Solo? It's not very good.
Are you just hitting refresh?
I know
over and
you
over
could have just
again?
said Fracture Slow. Like, why did they have to make it so
Is
low?
Firefly Squirrel over here just hitting regenerate? Yes, I am.
Mine came back Fred Slow.
I hate your stinking guts. It's the Isham Dental soundbite of the day whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Obi Toppin is not good enough playing the NBA.
I didn't say
Or not Obi Toppin.
The other
Oh my
Toppin.
God, dude, I blew it so bad right there.
JT. He's going to Texas Tech.
I blew it the way that Obi Toppin blew it in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Justin Timberlake Toppin.
JT going to TT.
Never knew what his name stood for.
I know his name, guys. Now I feel dumb.
It's okay, Fred.
Well, here's the thing. I don't care about him anymore.
It's James Taylor Toppin. Everybody knows that.
So
What do you
he's
think he's getting paid?
to go to Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Oil money. He's getting oil money. That's not a fathomable amount of money. That's not a real amount of money.
It's a lot, though. Considerably more than he would have got. Consider our friends at
In the NBA,
Facebook and Intel and Netflix, and they don't want to pony over that bag.
why would they?
Keep our basketball
They
players.
don't care about that. Do you think they care about UNM?
What if they make a Teen Wolf remake and they need a basketball team to shoot whoever the new Michael J. Fox is?
You think
They're going to care then, smarty
You
pants.
think UNM alum is going down the street to Netflix and making big decisions on donating to the university?
Should.
Should, sure.
Yeah.
Are they? No.
Yeah. I mean, I will.
You're not a UNM alum.
505-246-0610. I will go to Netflix for you.
And do what?
Give me a polo or something.
Like for your business? Like, are you talking to UNM?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The only polo I've ever gotten from UNM, this is a real story.
Okay.
Because they're notorious for not giving you things.
Sure.
They are,
Because they don't have that Netflix money.
they don't have that Netflix
Uh-huh.
coin. Van and I got, I bet they were season old. A season old polos from Danny Gonzalez one time.
Oh, when we did the show from there?
When we did the show from there.
weightlifting competition? Yeah.
And they were like, not nice. I don't know what word to use. They were like,
I didn't see any coaches wearing them.
no.
That's for sure.
They were
Yeah.
they were terrible. They were made out of like swim trunk,
Mhm.
but they were polos.
Swim trunk.
What board shorts? Sorry, Steve. I know you grew up on Tingley Beach and you're a surfer. Sorry, Steve. Like, didn't mean to insult you like that.
That's okay.
Catching waves.
I gave mine away to a buddy who's a size up from me.
100%. I
Yeah.
gave mine away.
They didn't have any medium
I took-
Lobo football
I
polos.
took mine to Locker 505 the second I got it, and I said, "Give this to anyone."
Yeah. I said, hey, guys, I can't fill out this polo. You got a medium. And Danny was like, is the kicker around?
Yeah.
Can we borrow the punter's shirt for Van?
Is there anyone from an Eastern European country here kicking a ball? Are there any future Aardvark rugby players here?
I'll give you.
Oh, those guys are huge.
I got your size. I'll give you one.
Okay.
You have the cool one with the Lobo on it,
The old Lobo.
the old Lobo.
Oh, those are fun.
That you have that cool hat that Johnny James wears in all of his videos.
Who?
Johnny
James.
James.
Oh, right.
Where's that cool Lobo?
It's right
hat?
there. Yeah, we're getting more in. It's a tan. Has a pit pass on a pit patch for the pit. On
I'd
the
wa-
side.
Is that color teal?
I'm a big teal guy.
turquoise.
Oh,
Turquoise.
I'd wear
In New
that.
Mexico, we call it turquoise.
Today's Isham Dental soundbite is of Kyle Schwarber arguing with Angel Hernandez after he gets kicked out of a game. And it's the broadcast, so it's pretty safe for this program.
I'd hope so.
505-881-0422. Reach out to Scott Isham over at Isham Dental, and he will put his fingers in your mouth. What is the problem, Steve?
I don't know why you say that.
He put his fingers in my mouth.
I know. That's what dentists do.
Yeah. Do you want him to put the fingers that he put in my mouth into your mouth?
I don't know if I'd think of it that way.
Jealous.
As long as he washed his hands
I mean, he was
45
Gloves
times.
too.
Yeah, and I could taste him.
Oh,
What flavor were his gloves?
Lord have mercy.
Like kid dentists do the bubblegum flavored gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These were PPE.
Oh,
Do you think
PPE
that
flavored?
that's,
PPE.
Okay. COVID flavored?
PPE.
COVID protection
I think
flavored.
that's a selling point.
What?
That-
Tasty
say-
fingers.
Yeah, that's saying he put his fingers in your mouth so he can put them in mine.
Do you currently need dentures?
Probably.
Do you need an extraction?
No.
Do you need a brand new grill like your boy has sitting right? How good do these teeth look right now? Look right at them.
Awesome.
They do, right?
That's not a grill, though.
No, well, that's a good point because I guess
It will be after his next appointment.
Yeah. Listen, I have an Isham smile.
It looks great. He does great work.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that when you say
he'll tickle your tonsil.
he'll put his fingers in my mouth like he
Yes.
did you, I don't think that's a selling point.
That's a
You might
really
wanna
good
check
deal.
with him. I'm going to call him. I'm going to
Frank
say,
it-
Scott, do you like when he says this?
Kaylina, do you have a dentist?
Yes.
Is it Scott Isham over at Isham Dental?
No, I'm afraid not.
If you were to make a decision to change, would the fact that Scott has inserted his fingers into my mouth help you get there?
God, do I have to answer this question?
It's the Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
Here it comes. Called strike three, and Schwarber is thrown out of the game. Here it comes.
Sorry, here it is.
Called strike three, and Schwarber is thrown out of the game, and he had zero issue with getting thrown out. Making it very clear. You've missed him inside, outside, up and down. Kyle Schwarber thrown out after being punched out by Angel Hernandez. And Joe may go too.
Days gone by, boys. No more Angel Hernandez. Heroics.
Remember when people used to say Joe West was awful, and then he left, and we're like,
Well,
"Oh,
Schwarber is
it's been
speaking
Angel
for
this
both
whole
sides
time."
tonight. We saw a lot of those demonstrations, none like that, but we certainly saw them as the players were going back to the bench.
No, I don't blame Kyle Schwarber one bit. As a hitter,
By the way,
the one pitch that you can't come back from is strike three. At home, you know. I don't care if you're a Brewer fan, a
You can
Philly
tell
fan, a
exactly what it is.
baseball.
You know, there's like a an affidavit that goes out to broadcasters before where they're like, Hernandez is behind the plate in game 2 of this series. Don't do it.
I like that line, punched out and thrown out.
And he doesn't mind. We step away so we can come back. There is a basketball game tonight. Let's talk about it. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Photographer. Okay, Mike
Every
is hot,
dude
guys.
with a camera thinks he's a photographer. Back live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Isotopes play tonight. We interview Josh Sushan at 6 o'clock. And if you don't want to watch the Isotopes, you can watch, if you don't want to listen to the Isotopes, you can watch the NBA Western Conference Finals as Dallas is about to sweep the Timberwolves.
Do you really want to go for one win?
No.
Or you just go home early, right?
Go home. And
You already got your flights to Cancun or whatever.
You're already in Texas. Just go straight down to Cancun.
Puerto Penasco, right across the bay. Like,
Hey, dude. Hey,
mhm.
this is an FCC regulated program, and I will not allow that type of language on here.
You don't know what I said.
Correct.
He wanted to say Puerto Penasco.
What did I say?
Puerto Penasco.
Oh, sure.
Or Rocky Point.
Y estás viendo Telemundo.
There you go.
Like that? Is that better?
Yep.
The last time I went to Mexico, they made me check a bag, even though it very much would have fit in the carry-on. And I'm not trying to overreact to this situation,
Mhm, okay.
but I think they really just wanted another 35 pesos.
So I'll just give you the 35 pesos.
What airline was that?
Southwest.
By the way, the Mexican peso, never been stronger.
Oh, is it good right now?
Yeah. Mexican economy is turning itself around right in front of our eyes. Should be proud of it.
Let me look that up.
Our neighbors to the south are on their way up, boys.
Pesos. I don't know how to spell that. All right.
PESO.
60 cents? No, 6 cents.
Still pretty good. It's 16-1 right now. Is that true?
Good for they.
It's looking really good. On the way up. Wolves get one. Like the Wolves get one. 2 days from now, Mavs close it out at home. Is that right?
It's a sweep.
Oh, wait, no, they're in Dallas right now. Never mind. So Dallas finishes them off tonight.
Dallas 3.5. Take them. Also take the over of 210. Also take Towns over 1.5 3.
And if you do want to bet that you'll see Anthony Edwards in Puerto Penasco.
More Anthony Edwards on your prize picks. Puerto Fiasco.
Uh-huh.
Josh Sushan joins us after the break. Streaming on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Marie Castillo.
Stand by.
This is 2 Men On.
Is Josh there?
Yes, Josh is on, and Mike is now hot.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Live from the Albuquerque Duke store, where, don't forget, Saturday, June 29th is Retro Night over at Isotopes Park, where the field will once again reign the logo of the Dukes. And Van and I will we're going to sell the merch. That's our plan to help you, Steve.
Sweet.
So we will be out there. We're going to get full Dukes uniforms to wear.
Correct.
Do the Isotopes have them? Do I just get them? Like, how does this work?
You can ask him.
All right, that's what I'm going to do. And I'll start by asking Josh Sushan, who joins us on the program. Josh. Welcome, brother.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Of all of your alternative nights, why is the Dukes your favorite?
Well, I'm a big fan of history, and I'm a big fan of baseball. And so you put those together, and that's always really fun. And then it's also a night in which we induct someone into the Albuquerque Professional Baseball Hall of Fame. And so that's super fun, too, to reflect on their life and their accomplishments and all of the things that made them worthy of being in the Hall of Fame. And so it's fun. I like nostalgia. I'm a nostalgia guy.
Also, you get to wear a cool Dukes polo one night.
I don't have a Dukes cool polo to wear, or any type of Dukes polo to wear. So, you got a guy?
Yeah.
Got you covered,
Who is
Joe.
your favorite
Yeah.
Duke all time?
Oh, so this is actually really fun. I recently learned the actor, Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Yes.
he was once a bat boy for the Albuquerque Dukes.
How about that?
So he is my all-time favorite Duke, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Steve, do you know that?
I knew that. I didn't know that was Josh's favorite Duke.
But now you do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would have said El Duque.
Mine's Earl.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. The Earl.
On this day, a lot of years ago, Darryl Strawberry started a rehab assignment for the Albuquerque Dukes.
Oh, he did?
On this day?
Yeah. I was on this day a long time ago. Probably would have been about 90, 91, somewhere in that
Who is,
range. He started a rehab assignment for the Dukes.
who is the
I have
clubhouse
a photo
manager?
in my booth of Mike Roberts interviewing Strawberry in a Dukes uniform.
I know that photo.
I have that same photo.
Who is the clubhouse manager at the time, and do they have Darryl Strawberry stories?
Don't know, and probably a whole lot of them. That'd be a Steve question.
There's a gentleman by the name of Ted Mays, who's a clubhouse manager that has a lot of stories.
Is he still?
Kurt Gibson came through here. He was here. I was here when Sandy Koufax would come down. And, yeah. He's given us a bunch of different pieces of memorabilia.
Sandy Koufax, fine-looking Duke. You guys can have that one.
Thank you.
Sush, today is Taco Tuesday. Is that like you get double price tacos for the first 500 people through the door?
Is that how that works?
I think you guys need to come out here and find out for yourselves about exactly what it means. But, you know, I'm looking around, and not our largest crowd of the year for sure, but it looks like a crowd that really likes tacos and are enjoying the taco specials here.
I'm now going to use the phrase "looks like a crowd that really enjoys tacos" for a lot. You late last night, Josh, too late even, I would say. Text me or FaceTime me while you were watching for love of the game. Go ahead and give us a complete breakdown of the finest baseball film ever made.
I did not FaceTime you. I just sent you a video where Kevin Costner's character turns around and looks and realizes that it's all zeros up on the scoreboard. Yeah, it was better. So here's the thing. I've always thought that it was just like an okay baseball film. It was better than I remembered. There's some parts of it that aged well, some other parts that did not age well. It was my biggest complaint previously was that Billy Chappell just didn't seem like a very likable, friendly guy. But I liked him a little bit more last night than I liked him previously when watching the movie. So it's still not going to be probably not going to be in my top 10. Maybe it'll just squeak into my top 10 all-time baseball movies. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it enough.
Of all the baseball movies in the history of Hollywood, For the Love of the Game is one of them.
Correct.
Is that accurate?
That is accurate. It is one of them. It's one of 3 that Kevin Costner has done with a baseball theme.
Like just 3?
Bull Durham and Field of Dreams.
And Waterworld is just about McCovey Cove.
It's about the pool that the Arizona Diamondbacks put in, and then they get really upset when other teams clinch and go celebrate in their pools. I think is what it's about.
I mean, John C. Reilly keeps that horrible movie afloat. Let's be honest.
I think the tourism department said that Kevin Costner's doing a Western baseball film in New Mexico.
Let's
cool.
go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Josh.
Kevin Costner was he actually did film some movie, which I used to have memorized and I forgot, here in New Mexico, and came out, this was a long time ago, and took batting practice in the Isotopes uniform. In fact, I also have a photo in my office of Kevin Costner on the air with none other than Robert Portnoy. And they're laughing. Something that Rob said was really funny because he's making Costner laugh hysterically.
There's this very famed memory to myself as a child where Kevin Costner is in St. Louis, Missouri doing a morning show spot, like a Good Morning St. Louis kind of thing, and it happens to be his birthday, and the host of the morning show is like, oh my God, happy birthday, Kevin Costner. We got you a St. Louis Cardinals hat. We got you a gooey butter cake. We got you some toasted raviolis. And Kevin Costner on the morning show goes, oh, you guys really love yourselves, huh? And I have laughed about that for years, and I believe no one has any memory of it at all. Speaking of, when's the last time you didn't have to work on Memorial Day?
Last year.
Oh, they didn't play at all?
So Mondays are the dedicated day off, and Memorial Day is always on a Monday, right?
Sure.
So 2021, the day off was Wednesday, and then since 2022, the day off has been Monday. So this would be the 3rd straight year that I've been off on Memorial Day. Prior to that, the last time that I was off on Memorial Day would have been, other than COVID, 2012.
This is like baseball. I don't like the idea that we just move things around. That's my energy on this.
You pay attention to the big leagues. Instead, you voice the Isotopes, Josh Suchon, one day off,
Yeah.
and you watch the big boys play.
Okay, I'm into that.
Also, what did you do on your Memorial Day, Suchon?
Well, I had a lot of baseball. I had a lot of real live games on. Had the Rockies game on, had the Padres game on, and I watched for love of the game as I worked on a variety of house projects. And, you come home from a week and you're like, oh, what died? Well, what needs a lot of water before it's about to die? And what's that? What did you just say?
A
lot of contributions from the Isotopes guys yesterday. Sean Bouchard, Josh Rogers, your guys' boys.
Yeah.
They contributed mightily to victory yesterday.
Back out.
Broken hand. That's usually 6 weeks, sometimes 8. Yeah, he's gonna be out a while.
So, are there any players on the team that we know right now? Are there any Isotopes that we've heard of?
You guys know Sam Hilliard. You know Coco Montes. You know Michael Tolia and Aaron Shunk.
Those are all MLB level guys. Why are they still down here?
Because there's only 26 spots on the major league roster, and only 9 get to play in a given day.
It has to be a record for Isotope to play the most retro games. It might be Sam.
Wait, what was that question?
The record for Isotopes who played in retro night games for the Dukes.
Yeah, Sim's probably up there. So is, basically all the guys who have been here the longest, right? So like Mike Talkman, Jordan Patterson, Raimel Tapia, Jason Wood. Those would probably be, AJ Ellis would probably be the guys that have been up the most. Winton Bernard.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Winton looks sweet in the Dukes uniform. You can Winton looks good like in any era, any uniform, but there was something about, remember when I saw Winton, I was like, man, Winton looks like he could be playing like some serious 1987 Dukes baseball right now.
Were you there when Andre Dawson He was here for a retro game. He was in the Duke's uniform.
Wait. Oh, I was not here for that. That was that was like the All-Star game, right? He was one of the honorary coaches.
I don't know. I saw a picture of it. I couldn't place where it was, but I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that was either the AAA All-Star game or it was the day before Home Run Derby, and he was an honorary coach along with Tony Perez, and so I think they wore Duke stuff to kind of differentiate, like these are, some sort of thing like that. I'm almost positive. I was not here for that. That was 2007. I'm almost positive that's why he was in a Duke's uniform.
You get Nick Swisher cool Duke's hat for that Home Run Derby X.
100%.
That'd be super sweet.
Josh,
Did you guys go to that press conference?
I did not. I was busy.
I was there.
Okay. I heard that Swish was like the ultimate, just like happy, charismatic, fun, amazing human.
Oh, he's turned up to 11 all the time. You could tell it wasn't even a shtick. That's just like his baseline.
Yeah.
He was an A.
Yeah. We've done a lot of exciting stuff, right? Like between the bananas and between that, and then not to mention like all the other stuff, that we normally do. Yeah, we got concerts coming up. We're going to have the announcement pretty soon about who's going to go into the Albuquerque Hall of Fame, and I'm pumped about that once we make that official. So, there's just always so many cool things we do around here.
Is it Steve Palmisano, owner-operator of the Duke's Team Store? I won't tell him.
It's a secret.
I can't say that.
I don't know who Nathaniel Krantz is, but he's performing June the 28th. There's no way anyone's going to go to that game because Duke City Championship Wrestling is in the historic El Rey Theater.
Oh, did they double book again?
Yeah, poor Nathaniel. Nothing on that, Josh? I can find on that one at all.
I was waiting on somebody else there at the store to add something. That's the really fun part when we can't see each other and when you guys are at a remote and I'm on a landline. I have no feel for whether or not someone's about to jump in.
Yeah, so's life. How was Pilo today?
Pilo was good. Yeah, it was fun because he got to tell a lot of people last week that they're going to the major leagues, and that's the best part of the job at AAA, right? And there was a wide variety of ways that people got told they were going to the major leagues. Sean Bouchard was standing on second base, and Aaron Shunk came out to pinch run for him. And the look on Bouchard's face was, what? And he got back to the dugout thoroughly confused about why he had been removed in the middle of an inning, despite not being injured whatsoever. So that was fun. And then Matt Caracity got told that he was going up. And then there was another game in which John Curtis started to just like stretch and get himself ready to go into the ninth inning and was not brought into the game in the ninth inning and was thoroughly confused why. And then he found out after the game the reason why he didn't pitch in the ninth is because he was going to the big leagues. And then Josh Rogers found out on Sunday that he was going to. Like, there's just a lot of different dudes who we had a lot of people coming and going between Denver and Salt Lake last week, and it was kind of hard to keep up, but it was super fun for all of them. And so, let's hope that continues for all these guys.
Sushan, thank you for joining us on the program. We hope the interview with Pilo goes great.
One quick point, Juan Hillman is starting, and Tom Flash Gordon is his legal guardian, the longtime Major League pitcher.
Fun fact.
I feel like it's
I think you guys need to have him on your show Friday out here to learn more about that story.
Deal.
You got it.
Steve Palmisano, the Albuquerque Duke Store. Final words.
Thanks for being here.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Van Nunley.
Hell of a Memorial Day weekend. Had a blast. Hope you did too, friend of the show. And anything we didn't cover today, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Come see Kaylina perform this Saturday night at Howie's.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone. GG.
Tomorrow, Boogie.